The overall mission of MDSAP is to truly operate a single audit. Like I mentioned, it enables regulatory authorities to leverage resources, but at the same time, a very important issue is to reduce the regulatory burden on industry. There's all types of stories and real anecdotes that are quite compelling, but it's only getting worse. The number of emerging regulators that are actively starting to regulate medical devices and send inspectors to manufacturers is exponentially increasing. So the need for having a consortium where, fewer regulators come in and disrupt manufacturers from their day-to-day operations is very important in reducing that regulatory burden on industry. But it's also to promote efficient and effective management of the audits, and it promotes greater alignment of regulatory requirements and appropriate auditing approaches, such that, again, the regulators are doing things in a more consistent manner. So this promotion of consistency, predictability, and transparency have been primary goals or mission statements for the MDSAP program. And like I said, there's 5 members of the consortium, plus the 2 observers, being the European Union and the World Health Organization IVD program. The nice thing is that finally I think the word is getting out and the increase of the visibility of the program is coming about. Approximately over 120 different MDSAP audits have occurred to date, even though the goal at the end of this year was to have approximately 300. That 300 or 330 was really just a number that was said, okay, we know that we've got X amount of registered medical device manufacturers, for example, in Health Canada, and what percentage would we want to see during the pilot go through the MDSAP audit. So if you look at the FDA webpage that has all the MDSAP consortium documents, you will see a very good mid-pilot report that was produced not this past summer, but the summer of 2015. And it lays out the acceptance criteria for the program. And there was only 2, maybe 3 criteria that hadn't already been achieved at that mid-pilot report. And everything now to date has been achieved except for the goal of having the 300-some audits. And they might not reach that goal at the end of the pilot, but there's not really going to be a problem because the numbers have been very good and increasing. The other very important thing to note is the fact that Health Canada very, publicly in official announcements in December of 2015 and then following up with very, very firm and clear Q&As in April of 2016 have laid out that the MDSAP program will be the only way to bring products to the market that require licenses in Health Canada starting January 1st of 2019. So it will be a regulatory requirement for any medical device manufacturer that wishes to market in Canada that they will have to have an MDSAP certificate to support their Health Canada medical device license. And this will take the place of the CAMDCAS certification requirements that have been in existence since 1999. So this has really now laid down the fact that there is a regulator who's absolutely making this a requirement. It is still voluntary in the other 4 jurisdictions, but we can really see an increase in ownership and picking up of interest in the program.